Hey there! This is Tom the Beer Whisperer, and you're drinking with the Beer Whisperer. And this is my second look at Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve. So let's pop her out. I'm running a little behind today, and I'm just finishing up dinner, so I decided I'd have one while I was finishing dinner up. Henry's, mentioned in the first video, without trying to repeat too much, is that this is what we all thought was good beer back in the day. See how light that is? There we go. The bottle says it's a Blitz Weinhardt brewery. Beer friend Jay pointed out that it's actually part of the Miller Coors stable. And let me read from their website. Award-winning Henry Weinhardt's Private Reserve, the West's first premium beer, is true to the heritage begun by Henry Weinhardt himself. Private Reserve is still crafted in the old 37-step brewing process and then aged to perfection. The result is smooth, aromatic Northwest classic, and it is 4.8%. If you want the particulars on it, here you go. I poured a little in the glass. The rest I'm going to drink out the bottle, y'all. Because I'm kind of old school about a lot of things, and this is one of them. Certain beers like this, I think are just fine right out the bottle, man. When you take a big swig of this, oh, wow, like I just did, what you notice is it does have a very crisp, clean finish, unlike most American adjunct lagers. Well, I'm not sure if this is an adjunct or not, but if I'm to believe their website, it isn't. According to their website, it's just 4 ingredients. They're a little ambiguous about it, though. It is. For me, I don't give beers letters or grades or numbers. For me, the scale's simple. Will I buy it again? Yes. With a caveat, which is price. Price. Yes, I know I talk more about price than anybody else. That's kind of my thing, I guess. I didn't start out for it to be that way, but it's kind of turned out that way. Times are tough for most folks. And, I'm not in that income range where I can buy the high, bunches and bunches of high-end brews and keep them in a cellar and show them off and take pictures. I would love to be that guy, but I'm not. So, I'm a guy that loves good craft beer, though. So I think there is a smart way to do it. I'm going to stir my pasta here. Or my dinner here. It's actually, what I did is I kind of made this in some steps here. I'll go back to my beer story, but while I'm stirring this, I'll tell you what I did. Sometimes every family, you have special family recipes, and then sometimes you just learn recipes as you get older. This isn't either of those things. This is, we were gone for most of last week. We really didn't have a chance to do any shopping, and we've got to head back on the road here in a couple days. So, this is a clear out the freezer and see what you got dinner. And what I had was a package of spinach, half a package of pasta, and the fish fillets. So I've got a creamy spinach pasta, creamy spinach seafood pasta going on here. I said I made everything in steps here, and I just now added the pasta to the sauce and heated it all back up. So anyway, it's one of those, just kind of work with what you got, and that kind of goes back to my price thing. There are folks in some beer sites that do show nothing but high-end beers and have cellars full of beer, and that's wonderful. I certainly don't hold that against them. But there's got to be a middle ground, right? I mean, there's got to be some place between rot gut beer, completely overpriced beer, and good beer that the average guy can afford. And that's kind of what I'm about. So, again, will I buy this again? That's the caveat is, what's the price on it? In the price range for me is about $6, I'll buy it. About $7, I'll buy it. $7.50 is going to be iffy. I'm not going $8 for it. I'm just not, because there's other beers that I can find in my area that are very good for $8, unless it's got to be specific, like This is a great lawnmower or barbecue beer. So if I could pick up a bottle for about seven, or a six pack for about 7 to 7.5 on the way to a barbecue, yeah, absolutely. But is it a $7.99, 8.5? Not for me, because there's others not that it's not worth it. I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm saying for me, there's others I'm going to pick above it unless the circumstances are just right. So that's the caveat. Let me finish this last swallow, and we're only 5.5 minutes in, so you can see how easy drinking this bad boy is. And you do get not a lot of hops at the end, but you do feel them. They are there. But it is very pleasant. That's the thing about this, a beer like this, and why I'm such a believer in judging beers within their style. For what this is, for this type of beer, this is beautifully crafted. It is tasty, and priced right. It is certainly worth it. And yeah, on the Beer Whisperer scale, sure, I'll buy it again. Why the heck not? And sometimes just for nostalgia alone. But hey, it's time to Beer Whisperer. You just drink with a Beer Whisperer and get the heck out of here.